like we do with that. So you gotta be ready in all different angles. That's all I'm saying, because you got people out here that'll run circles around your ass. Like, you got to think about eating like, imagine eating like that and smoking cigarettes and shit. Like, come on, bro. You just got to be honest with yourself. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear, because one of y'all eating a big ass burger right now, smoking a cigarette. But guess what? You can be there, but you also can change. I wasn't always eating good. You feel me? But I know the effect that it had on me. That's why I couldn't go back. And y'all ain't gonna want to go back. Because, see, I ain't gonna lie. You think, like, that's why you have 3 meals a day. You have 3 meals a day because you're feeding the parasites. That's who hungry. It's not you. That's why y'all can be sitting down, not even hungry. You can see a damn pizza commercial, and now you hungry. That's what that is. That's what they do to you. They put it in your face. They make you crave things, and then y'all run out there and go crazy about it. When you start eating how you supposed to eat, you probably don't even eat every day. And I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Like, if you start eating how you supposed to eat, you might eat every 3 days. Or if you do eat every day, it'll be 1 meal. I promise you that. At least for me. I don't know for everybody else, but when you do that, that's how it's going to happen. So you actually save money, because, see, people like to use excuses with eating healthy. It's too expensive. I can't eat vegan. Don't y'all know, when you eating right, you save way more money than eating unhealthy. Unhealthy food has always been more expensive than healthy food. I don't get what people be saying. Y'all buying.
Hey, look, CEO. You know why they be feeling like that?
Why?
Is because they'll go to healthy food, but they'll still want to eat the same amounts that they did when they were eating junk food, right? So they'll be like, all right, they'll be like, I need to buy 15 bags of apples because I know I'm gonna be hungry all day, and then it adds up. But in reality, if you go get 1 bag of apples, 2 bag of apples, you pretty much paying the similar price as you would pay for 1 bag of family size chips. It's not really different. But once you start, like you pointed it out when you said you don't need to eat these 3 meals a day, right? Like, so if you're not eating 3 meals a day, and then you have like a healthy snack, right, like throughout the day, right, you don't have to eat that much. And then if you really taking care of yourself, you start to go to sleep at a different kind of time, right? So instead of being up all night getting hungry again, you're sleeping, right? So it don't cost as much. It's definitely less expensive, but that it becomes even less expensive when you get to the point where you're fasting, and you know what I'm saying, you're intermittent fasting throughout the day, and you know that you don't need to eat like a goddamn savage, you know what I'm saying, and you know things last, right? And then once you start growing your food, you know, you don't even have to worry about a lot of stuff, right? So it becomes far less expensive, right? And then if you look at like the climate of the world today, you go to the store right now and go buy some meat, and I bet you're about to pay $10 to $20 for a pack of meat. That's only gonna last you 1 meal, because you're gonna get some beef stew nuggets or whatever, and it's gonna cost you $20, and then you're gonna eat that shit in a day. You know what I'm saying? A day or two. You know, so
it's real meat.
Yeah, you don't even know what the hell you're eating for real. And the FDA already said it's okay to have a certain amount of human DNA in the food, right? And they'll tell you it's because people lose skin cells and things happen, but in reality, you just don't know what you're eating. And then if you look at what cattle is, like what cattle actually represents, and then you think about it, and then you see that, you know, slavery doesn't exist unless you've been punished by a crime, right? Then you'll realize, oh shit, people in prison are cattle, right? And then you go do those researches and you find out that they were looking in graves behind prisons and weren't finding any bodies. So now you have to be like, what is in the food? Because beef is the meat of cattle, it's not the meat of a cow. So beef could be anything that was determined to be cattle or chattel property. So, you know, legally, you don't know what's going on. A lot of y'all niggas is eating TJ.
This is why the Amish got their own farms, and we need to start doing our business. We need to start taking care of our business.
especially if you're eating processed foods, you know, because most people eat processed food. But another thing is very important. If you're eating pork, you need to cut that out immediately.
Man, they said we can eat human. Pay attention.
Come to that. We have
The pork is the least of our worries. It's the eating the human part.
Yeah, but see, pork is also a human.
Same thing. All of it's the same thing. If you putting it in our meat, we have to have our own. We have to start. This is why I brought up the ideal. To start someplace, we have to start someplace and know what we're eating, know what we're feeding our children, and stop letting the world feed us.
Start in your kitchen with non-GMO seeds that produce fruits, that produce seeds.
Yeah, hit me up. I got seeds. I be giving away free seeds all the time. I've been doing it for like 4 years. You know, out of all the people that talk about being healthy, only a few people be hitting me up about it. But it is what it is.
Now we have to mass produce. We have to start, just like Monopoly. We have to start investing in something in order to produce something. If we keep kicking it, we can keep kicking it all day. We can kick the ball. What we gonna do? What's the plan? How we gonna make money to make these things happen? Or we just gonna go out there like some retards and try to take something? Now next thing you know, so we gotta generate something that's gonna not just keep talking about it. We all have good ideas. What's the foundation?
Well, the thing about growing your own food is like it only costs money to start it. It don't cost like what does it really cost to keep it going? Because the seeds are free. You pay for the seeds the first time if you do. And then after that, God has given you free seeds for the rest of your life if you do it the right way. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? How many people got a yard? How many people know a person with a yard? How many people know a person with a farm or with land that they're not doing anything on? You drive by houses every day and they're growing a bunch of flowers but no food. You know what I'm saying? Go to these people if you know them and be like, hey, you know, how much would it cost me to plant a couple things in your yard? Because I don't have a yard. You know what I'm saying? We can share.
So much land out here. You can buy 1 acre for $1,000.
Right.
Bring that to a farm. See, you ain't gotta ask nobody nothing.
Well,
How much money did we make today with this discussion?
Nah, well, what I'm saying is I'm being like, I know we're both being realistic, but I'm also being like realistic in people's situations. Like, not everybody can put in on land. And I'm just saying, if you can't, or if you live in an apartment and you got more bills than you got income, right? Which is like a lot of people's issues. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. There's ways around it. You know what I'm saying? You can grow herbs like in your window, on your balcony. You can grow watermelons on your balcony. I've grown watermelons in a bag and I've shown people how to do it. But what I'm saying is if let's say you live in an apartment, no sun shining, and it pretty much seems impossible. You know somebody.
1 second. Let's say if you bought a piece of property for, let's say if you bought
he's trying to break it down for the people who don't have access to all of that. So the people that right now want to
I was just watching one of your lives.
Right now.
This is how to pop some seeds in the cup in your kitchen.
We got 121 people in this room, right? $5 a piece. How much is that?
I see you back on your shit. 3GD.
We can do it. We can buy one person a house. We can do it. It's not we can't, hold on. He talking about the people. We are the people. When we come together, we can do it. It's simple mathematics. It's doing the numbers. It's a numbers game. Every day, when you wake up, how much did you make today? How much you gonna make this month? We talking about doing something.
I don't get your notifications. But I do watch your lives. Unfair.
This is how my brothers keep us. Not my brother weaker. My brother strong because I'm strong.
All of that.
I'm done.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's in their own position, man. So I'm not disagreeing. I agree with you 100% that we could come together and do things. But until we come together, niggas still need a solution for today, right? What I'm giving is a solution for today at this exact moment, right now.
And we together today, brother. We together today. So what we gonna do today? How much did you make today? How much can you make today? Do you got a good idea? What Snake got a good idea? How much is we gonna make today? We can put our minds together and make money. We can put our minds together and make moves. You can move things with your mind. That's how special you are if you know how to move it. This is what we're giving out to our people. That energy to let them know you can move things, showing them you can move things. All you have to do is come together. He's specialized in this. This one specialized in that. How what you do? How much we made today? If niggas really about their word.
I see a lot of people saying, stop talking, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. And then I see a lot of people that look like us, act like us, move like us, work right against us when we start doing that shit.
Right, and that's what I say, you know.
But everybody's saying I'm with it and let's do it, shit.
My thing is, why don't you do it first?
What's up, deal? What's up?
Let's when you say let's do it first, you.
Well, I did it first. Rashad doing it already. This one doing it. These people doing it individually, but collectively.
Right, because it just saying it and not applying it, it's mute. You know, because people, unfortunately, we're in a situation, or we're in the mind state that we're in regards to the masses. You know, I know that people on this panel don't think that way, but most people don't care. You know what I'm saying? So you start doing it yourself, and then
thank you for the cash app, Big O.
Once you're doing it and you're successful at it, people will come.
I guess you just
not
want
really,
to send me
because
that
Rashad, how long you had your phone going and been teaching people on the internet? How many seasons? And everybody still, we should have a whole seed ministry, a whole seed transfer program. If one person got vegetables, how everybody moved in.
What's up with it, Russ? See, all of that is true, but this is the issue. It goes back to health. I'm telling y'all where it started. A lot of people not hearing this because folks' brain and stuff getting ate up with this food. I'm telling y'all, it's the water. Like, it's not them. I mean, it's them, yeah, but it ain't them. You just gotta hear me out. Like, folks' mind is out track. Like, people really ain't there yet. Like, you really gotta raise your frequency and shit, bro. Like, you gotta be on a whole nother level when it's time to make those type of moves and decisions. Just saying yes and no and I'm with it and come on, that don't mean shit. When shit hit the fan and it's actually time to, y'all know what's up, motherfucker gotta be ready at the end of the day. So, a mouth will say anything. We need to watch people's actions. Some people waiting on you to make that move. If you make that move, bro, everybody that's aligned with you, that's supposed to come with you, they going to come. That's why I say, like, when we say waiting on each other, we waiting on nothing. Everybody that's going to do that, they already know who they are, and they going to do that. So you just put the shit out there on the table. It's just like now, we all in here talking about this for what? Because we all tapped in and people know what the hell going on. A motherfucker that ain't caught up to this, they the ones that left alive. You see what I'm saying? So we already got this under control. That's why I always tell people it's like Rashad said, the moment now. Because I used to be like that too. Tell me, man, we got to get this set up. We got to get that, bro. We ain't got to, all we got to do is flip that goddamn switch and it's over with. This shit'll be over with in the blink of an eye. All y'all talking about it gonna take so much. It ain't gonna take a fuck thing. But for you to get your goddamn mind together, get your health together, and make that move. That's it, that's all. And the only reason why we haven't did anything about it because we haven't done that yet. Like everybody else trying to do different shit. Like reclassify us, change who we are and all that. And got us working and mixing with the wrong people. But hey,
look, hey, you know, one thing that's funny about what you said, like when you say get your mind together, like I'm cool with all the protests people be doing, whatever whatever. But, people protesting Africans when y'all need to be protesting hip hop music, right? Because that's fucking you up.
Facts.
Just as much as the food is. Like, scientific studies have shown that music can alter your entire brain and the way it works. Not just like during the moment, which it can do during the moment, but it can alter your brain for your life. You know what I'm saying? So when are we going to start like protesting the hip hop industry, right? Because they're destroying you, they're destroying your children and everything. They're altering your brains scientifically.
That's facts.
What do you know, Brown?
Been more than that.
Will they have the tree up?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eugene.
And it's true, because they're using magic. You know what I'm saying? Since the beginning of time, we've used sound to reprogram the mind, the brain, the body. The body is mostly made out of water. And you know that water retains, frequency. So when you're listening to, I don't care what you say. I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm conscious. I know what I'm listening to." I don't care what you say. If you're listening to something that's negative, you're going to attract that type of frequency. All these artists out here, that's all negative music.
This man following me with this loud ass thing on purpose.
You don't want to be listening to it because that thing is programming. The same thing with the TV. I haven't watched TV in like 15 years. 15 years I haven't watched TV. Why? Because I know that.
How much of that water is melanin in us?
What you said?
You said 95% of us is water.
No, 75%.
75%. How much of that 75% is melanin? I just want to ask. See if you know. What I'm talking about your cells, right? Your cells is basically sitting in water and stuff. The melanin is basically what protects you because.
I agree, unfair, but some niggas is just defeated and they scared and they don't want to say that. So they bullshit, act like they for the right shit, but they do all the wrong shit. So yeah, I get what you're saying, but motherfuckers cheering Diddy on instead of thinking about the shit that he could have done that didn't get caught for it. So people's minds is getting tainted by the fucking water, the food, and everything else they want to hang on to. We know you are a go-getter already. That's for sure. Because ain't nobody going to do it for me. Ain't nobody going to do it for me. And I don't expect nobody to. I'm trying to see if this man finna come back around with this thing. I don't know why he got this loud ass thing on. It ain't even no grass where I'm at. Everywhere I move to, he come back around with it. Unfed, it's some. I wish I knew how to turn on this thing right here. It's some blind people at this school walking with sticks. How the fuck they going to school and they blind and shit with them long ass sticks? Like, when they finish school, what they gonna do as a blind career? I don't get it. I see them every day walking with these long ass sticks to help them walk. And they coming to get a degree and they blind. Why not just cash out? The fuck? Hey, let me see if I turn the camera on, if I can turn it around. Dang, I don't know how to do it. What the damn settings at? Oh well, I'll figure it out another time.
Where we at? What's the end game? What's the solution? What's the moves? Cause I'm on the top, man.
That shit is boycott.
Gotta do it, right? CEO, gotta do that shit, right?
You gotta do that shit, but like I say, I just like we can't. Nobody gonna move until they ready on their own. But I just know it's people can see. And like I say, bro, I ain't trying to be funny when I say this shit, but I don't really think we got people that's willing to lay down about this shit. Cause you know how like them other communities, like they really got people in their community that will get unalive for everybody. We ain't really got too many people like that. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not one of them. I ain't finna get unalive for damn one of y'all motherfucking ass. Hey, but listen. I fuck with my people though. It depends on what type of situation we talk about. Now, I all they talking about CEO go out there first. Like I ain't him. You know what I'm saying? But I love everybody, but I ain't the one that gonna go out there and see what it looking like first. I need somebody else to go. Because hold on. Depending on what happened to that individual, like just say for instance, if I'm second in line, and I'm just gonna say we're gonna say Bob is first. If Bob go out there and get his motherfucking head blowed the fuck off, I'm not coming behind Bob. That's what I'm talking about. So somebody gotta show me something.
We're not supposed to be no one's leader. We all in this together, and this is how people get picked off, because people trying to nominate people as leaders. Nobody is your leader. Everybody trying to find a savior. That's not gonna help. It's not gonna work. They already see. This is why they give you leaders. They give them to you so they can go and knock them off, because they know if he's powerful enough and can speak well, you gonna follow. Once they knock his ass off, because it's the agenda, they can get their head on the stake, they got the whole body. So once they knock his head off, that's it. The rest of you
same way they did with G.
Hey, call. What part of the snake do you cut off?
The head.
Okay then. So it's over.
Yeah. So I mean, we have to go out there together, not talking about a motherfucker's our leader. Hey, we ain't got no leaders around here. Don't put no target on your back with that dumb ass shit.
Yeah, the crazy part is they select your leaders and then they unalive them, you know, because these people that they select as your leader, you know, they work for these people. They've always worked for these people.
And y'all notice they used to try to say Dane Calloway was Dane ain't my motherfucking leader. He have a damn thing to do with my damn blood. They used to make me so mad with that dumb ass shit. Who the fuck he leading? I knew who I was before Dane started making videos.
We don't need no goddamn leaders, because last time we had a leader, we was American Indians. I went to sleep and woke up, we was FBAs, and then I was African again. So,
hey, look, I ain't got no choice but to be a leader. The reason I got to show these children the way to go.
The reason why
niggas out here acting like zoo animals. They need a goddamn zookeeper and shit. No.
The reason why they try to tell you that a certain individual is your leader is because that takes away from what we're saying being a universal truth. They don't want it to be a universal truth. They want it to be like indoctrination from one individual so that they can say that there's no credibility to what you're saying.
Exactly.
And then when you think about it, it's stupid.
Basically, you're going by his beliefs. Basically, what they're doing. But our genealogy is nobody's your bloodline. But they want everybody to think that it's a belief we're running by.
It is a belief. It's a belief that we are the true children.
No, it's not a belief. It's a knowing.
Hey, see, that's what I was going to say. It's about,
now it's time to start showing.
It's about knowing. And check this out.
So genealogy is a knowing, it ain't a belief.
Go ahead, Carl.
I'm sorry, see, I'm saying it's not a belief. If you know your genealogy, doing your genealogy, it's not about belief. It's about knowing who you are and you're going to stand on it.
He says, I'm 10,000% sure he's the father. And then the DNA test comes back and says the lie detector determined that was a lie. Now it goes from a belief to a knowing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's the thing. See, motherfuckers think Jesus is our Father in heaven. And in 99.99, that nigga ain't named one of our damn daddies. He ain't never existed. How about that? Because if he is your daddy, y'all need to be whooping his ass because he done allowed these other motherfuckers to whoop your ass. How about that? Oh, my bad.
Y'all know they rescheduled the rapture again.
Yeah, I heard it got pushed back because of daylight saving time.
Daylight, yeah.
I'm just going to get my Sunday best together then. If they giving us that much time, I'm going to go get me a big hat with a flower on the front, my best slacks, some more church shoes. Ain't nothing like you look at Sean when he show up.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all leave all your debit cards on the pew.
They said some lady, she act like she can talk to Jesus and stuff. Like she be sitting in this little room and she be asking them questions. So she asked Jesus, she said, why did we reschedule the rapture twice? And he said he gonna come and get them after the homecoming game. So these people really like
homecoming this weekend too. Here we is.
Yeah, and see, that's what he said. He said he gotta watch the homecoming game, and I guess whoever win get to stay, and whoever lose, he.
They go with your court case.
They do. Because I keep asking them, show me the people that said it was okay to reclassify them.
This was in like 91. This was before they put it on the census. It's
So
like
that
91.
was 91, because 1989 they went to the African American Summit, so that was only, 2 years later?
You see, like they voted. See, they voted on it. Jesse Jackson popularized it in 1989, and they did the little vote or whatever. But it didn't become official till year 2000. That's when they put it on the census.
So what is these niggas lying, talking about it's on their birth certificate? I ain't never seen no race or ethnicity go on nobody's fucking birth certificate.
Most states don't put ethnicity on birth certificates or driver's license and shit no more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these niggas
because they know the reason why is because they know they did this bullshit in the past.
Right.
They know what they did. They know that they came to everybody all the way to 1960. They know that they was in control of what your racial category was going to be. So nobody knows what nobody is because everybody was telling people what they is.
Right.
They know that. That's why they don't put nothing on there, because they want you to self-identify. That's why they gave you that right.
Right. You have the right to not identify.
Yeah. So, but if you don't identify, they identify you. See, that's the trick bag. That's why they give you the right to tell, hey, this is who I am. Treat me like who I am. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
And that's the first people, the original people of the earth. You look around at all these civilizations built up, right? You have all these megalithic structures in Russia, China, Europe, America, everywhere. Where is the ancient civilizations of Africa that are on this grand scale? I just can't understand why people can't wrap their minds around that they were all these people and were pushed into Africa. They were pushed into Africa. You can find, like, you have tribes in Africa, like it's a tribe, a Nigerian tribe, the Edo tribe. They have language and some culture with the Japanese because I believe they were in Japan first. You have all of these hybrids that are in these landmass now. We were the first people of this planet. And who knows how long we walked it before any mutation came along. I'll land my plane.
I will agree with you, I think that this out of Africa theory is not really helping Africa as much as, like, I feel like it's made to, because it's making it seem as though that they just left their land and just went everywhere else. But, sorry, I'm trying not to laugh, but stayed on their land. So I definitely think that the theory is not helping Africa in the long run. But I'm going to go back to Tartarian Queen. Are you available? And then Preach off Cooley High. Can you jump in there? I think we have some more people.
I can jump in real quick if you want. Oh, wait, never mind.
Are you back?
I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm just in the midst of like working on breaking all that, but it was real interesting, the topics that you guys are going over, and I'm deeply interested. But let me answer your questions. State your ethnicity. I'm Native American. My grandmother is West Indian. My father is Cherokee, Native American. They remember the times where they were categorized as Negro, blacks. They even messed up my grandmother's birth certificate and put on there that she's a man. You know, we all knew that's impossible to have a baby from a man. But yeah, they forged a lot of our records here in America. I'm sure they did this everywhere else too. I believe, honestly, through all the things that I've learned over the years, I'm 34 right now, and I talk to everybody from all walks of life. I don't, close my mind to no information. I love it all. I honestly believe that everybody here on the planet Earth, of course, was of melanated races first, and genetically, I love science, but genetically speaking, that will tell it, just like it is. Everywhere, everybody who's here on the planet pretty much goes back to those ancient melanated races all over. They got pictures from a long time ago, and even to this day, of melanated Chinese, melanated Africans, melanated Europeans, melanated Australians. I mean, we even got to see firsthand, for those who have got to notice it, where the settlers had went into Australia and they got a hold of the Aboriginal people that were there, and they treated them just like they did the people here. Took away their rights, told them what they were going to do with the land, and told their history, their culture, and tried to sell it to other people and, as their own. And I think it's still going on to this day. There's not been a place that I know of that hasn't been touched by, the colonists, now that hasn't been, messed with. And of course, they're continuing to mess with the history. I had just researched about my radiators because I got an old house and it got radiators in it. And I found out there was a guy who had invented it. And the guy who invented it was a melanated race. But when I go into Google and I try to see if Google's confirming, Google has another man up there. And he is not, not no kin. There's no way that that there's all this inconsistencies, and it happens all the time, and we're watching it happen right now. And I'm afraid for 100 years from now, what will they say that we didn't do, that we did do? But like I said, I do believe we were the first, of course, and creativity comes with that. And the fact that there's no homage being paid, I just find it heavily disrespectful. But it's up to us, and it's up to our generation now to teach the next kids and the kids that come from them, until we're dead in the ground and we go back to the earth, about our history, because there are people who really don't care and who really are trying real hard to erase who we are, even the creation and everything in it has came from us. But I digress.
Okay, so I'm trying to let y'all get it off, but I'm gonna be honest. I started this conversation with the precincts of delineation, right? Even if we get down to the science, what we're reading, because we went over it a little bit beforehand, that those people, were from African descent. Those melanated folks over there. So I kind of want to get away from saying we, we, or trying to tie our indigenous to them. So I feel like that's my rebuttal, I guess, on that line, because I feel like that still brings us back to, we fight in Africa so much, but at the same time, then we trying to claim to be these people that they are tying back to Africans. You know, when we look down to the Moors they're tying back to Africa. The first human that they have in Europe, they have as a melanated person, but they said he was from Africa. So as Americans, I'm like, you know, to me, it's easier for me to believe that if the first Europeans were melanated, that they migrated from Africa, because that's on the Eastern Hemisphere. But here on the West, it kind of seemed a little far-fetched to say that somebody 10,000 years ago traveled all the way to to the Americas and were the first people in the Americas. So I'm kind of harder for me to believe that side of the theory, but I can believe it to be those Europeans.
Respond to the prompt?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on the panel, y'all. I'm 28. I'm Black American and Nigerian. I'm from Chicago. I think that I believe in the from Africa theory just because there's a lot of like physical evidence to support it, right? And you can just look at like they found bone records. Like, I don't really contest that. I think to the American argument, I mean, they had a theory about the Bering Land Strait, right? That's the most prominent theory, but if you talk to like a lot of Native American tribes, their records go back further than that. So if we keep looking, you know what I'm saying, we might be able to confirm that. I don't know where everybody's from. The only reason I'm looking at the Back to Africa theory, right, and largely when you talked about delineation, the reason I hopped in on that section is because I think that we're already delineated by so many other things. Culture, ethnicity, the language you speak. So I do agree it's folly to say all of us, right? Because like we all have our own issues, but and different things. On the African continent, people have their own issues. You're saying in America we have our own issues, but yeah, I do believe in the from Africa theory. I just think that we're all different. So if like your ancestors are from Africa, but like you live in Europe or you're like British or you're American, you're gonna be different because you grew up in those places. Yeah, that's it.
And then I want to get Dr. R.L. Robinson in there as well. Can you say the ethnicity, your location, and then what do you have for the topic of the room?
So I'm foundational BLK American. I'm in Dominican Republic at the moment. And so what was the other thing you guys asked? Okay, I think that was it, right? Just where my...
Yep.
Okay. My thing is this. People evolve from a lot of places, a lot of different things. I mean, if you want to get really technical about it, historical, you want to do research, you want to be a scientist, you want to be a genealogist, you want to be whatever you want to be. I don't have that kind of time. I'm an American. Okay, I'm FBA, I'm foundational to this country. I'm an American BLK. I'm proud to be American. And whether Africans like it or not, Caribbeans or Europeans or whoever don't like it, I'm here. My people did a greatness here. I don't care what nobody think. Don't got time for it. I'm not going to try to research, do no DNA, no genealogy to satisfy your complexity of your feelings. I ain't got time for your emotions. I got to move on. We are the greatest people in the earth, melanated, foundational BLK Americans. Why? History will tell you. 50,000 inventions. We the only people that people don't realize this. And even sometimes we get on these lives and we beg people to be African. So we don't realize that we the only people never asked nobody for a soda, a sandwich, and shelter. They all did. All of them other people had to come back, either Europeans or Asians or Africans or Caribbeans, whoever. They had to come back and ask these Europeans and these white Americans, please give me a green card. Please let me come to your country. Please let me go to your schools. Please let me get a job. American, be okay. We never asked nobody for nothing because we built what you came to get. And I'm tired of people acting like they don't know. And the first thing Africans gonna tell you, oh, we built schools 10,000 years ago, blah, 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 blah. But that wasn't the point. The point is, who really made an effect on society? Who made a change in the world? Who put melanated people on the map for science, education, medicine, technology, manufacturing? FBAs, and you know, and so I don't dislike nobody. I don't have no hatred for nobody. I'm not going to say the words over here. I'm not a racist, you know what I'm saying? But the facts are the facts. But they'll turn around and tell you, oh, YT he let me come, he gave me a visa, he gave me a job, he gave me the... Then you turn around and you say he took your resources. So if he's giving you a job and he's helping you out, he made you the richest, the most doctors are you, the most educated is you, the most money is you in America. So now he gets your resources and you get his jobs. It's a good exchange. You know, so I'm just sick of the madness, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's
I hear what you're saying, and that's why, for me, I want to make sure that the conversation, we have our conversations about being proud Black Americans, that we are making sure that we're delineating throughout. While I do appreciate that other groups are delineating, I want to get down to their history as well.
They're saying black too much.
Black or African American, there's millions of us that ain't black or African.
Exactly.
Hi, Cassidy. How you doing?
This Lester A. Walton appeal to the Negro.
Peace,
appeal
Cassidy.
for the
My
Negro
sister.
in
Peace, guys.
Oh, hey, sis. How you doing? Thank you for the gift.
Who is it?
This is your boy, Menard.
That's Cassidy.
Yeah, he's a Negro.
Oh, Benny.
Benny, the Negro vice mayor elected in Atlanta. Oh, Lord, these people, Lord. Now, this is your brother Menard back in the day, okay? He had a neck. Okay, that's what I got a neck no more.
Benny look like you're damn
An afro. Fuck you, man.
Right. Benny look like you're damn Indian, man.
He is. Look at him.
Well, that's the problem. See, that's the type of stuff right there people don't be understanding.
He low-key throwing up the black fist on the low. On the low.
I like that. That's funky right there. I like that.
On the low ski.
Yeah, but I just can't get with the idea of us being from Africa when there's so much substantiated evidence that shows that the transatlantic slave trade, for the most part, only brought over here like 3,000 or 300,000 Africans from Africa. But even that was said to be fabricated, that they trumped up those slave records and made it up.
Well, if you take them 300,000, you said that number you said.
It was actually 30.
It's almost true. It's almost true for the entire Americans. It's 221,000 names for the entire, all of the shit, the whole 12,500. And I don't even trust that because they said some CIA stuff to where they making up fake slave documents.
Yes, I saw that, bro. I heard about that. That's what I was saying. So the people that were enslaved in this continent of America were already on the continent of America when they pulled up with so-called Africans. And the people that were here were kinky-haired, copper-colored, brown-skinned individuals that were symmetrical in shape, physically beautiful people. You see what I'm saying? Intelligent, already had a government in place. They enslaved those people and established their own government, and then started telling those people that they're not from there.
Yeah, it's called a domestic trade.
I think that whole slave story was a lie. I think when they say somebody was a slave, it mean they were making cheap-ass wages. That's why they came up with minimum wage. See, when a country starts, you got to realize it had to build its way up to this point. So I think what they call in slavery is the development of, like the work laws and shit.
But then tell them, cousin, that only consists of the 13 colonies. That was
exactly. They wasn't even going on.
That was not all of North America. That was literally just the East Coast.
But what I'm saying is, what I think they call it slavery is them first starting their government and figuring out how they gonna treat the workforce. The way, what I'm saying, because when you first start something, you got to work out the kinks. You can't just start, we're going to do this like this. It's going to be issues that you want to work out. And I think that's what they call it slavery. See, you got to realize it's a thing called white supremacy that they created. How did they create it? by telling you was a slave. You wasn't nothing. They bought you from over there. Everything you got come from them.
The belly of the beast. North is
but clearly
America,
it's objective, and when you look at the ancient mounds of America, those structures were here way before the whole idea of a slave trade ever even came to be. And
we know people, was here. We know that. This is the storyline that they created for you to create what you call in white supremacy today. To make you think this dude is so powerful and he doing all this and he doing all that. Because he done fed you this fake ass story.
It's so easy though.
Here.
So when you turn your TV on, it's not one white T dude running nothing. They all different colors. So why we keep talking about white T man when it's all the motherfuckers? It's a rich people thing.
Right, I hear what you're saying, because it was definitely quote unquote slave owners, people who had slaves who was brown skin too. So, but what I was
a lot of them were slave owners, but they were still the concept of a melanated person being over here, right? You have to understand that. Okay. This is why I don't get into the slavery narrative, because people negate the fact that Africans did come over here while they were a part of the 13 colonies. Every African that came over here was not a fucking slave, right? A lot of those Africans that came over here was a part.
Oh no, I'm on the wrong part.
Listen, we're going to have the conversation one time and one time only. Who is West Indian and how? We're going to talk about geography, history, and culture. And if you don't agree, scroll on. I am trying to have the conversation. So let's talk about it. If you come from any of the islands in the Caribbean Sea, you are a Caribbean person. You are a West Indian by geography. You are geographically Caribbean. That is it, point blank, period. If your country was a part of one of the many West India companies, the British, Dutch, Spanish, Danish, and French, you are historically Caribbean. So that includes all the islands I mentioned, Belize, the Guyanas, and Bermuda. And then we have the cultural Caribbean, which includes the
Gala, Geisha, you know, like people can't print their words out the way you want to do it, but it's something, you know, as we age, you know, because I'm 77 years old now. And as I speak, I know sometimes it come out wrong. But, you know, you want to put it in place, but, you know, it's hard for me to do it, you know. We went that far in school. I only went to 6th grade. Graduated from 6th grade.
Yo, somebody's been lying, but we about to get to the bottom of it, all right? West India, let's break this thing down. I already told you, America is the Orient, or the East. If you haven't seen the video, check it out, and then come back. But we're gonna get into it, all right? West India regiments. That makes a lot of sense, knowing that this was once India Superior, and the Indies are to the west. Now you look at this map and you might say, man, that's the east. But we all know they flipped the maps, all right? The east is west, the west is east, up is down, all that, all right? They got you disoriented. You don't know where you are, but I'm letting you know now. Right? The West India regiments were infantry units of the British Army recruited from, and normally stationed in the British colonies of the Caribbean. Right? Recruited from is a big deal right there, because they're going to try to tell you that these people are from Africa. All right? I know you see the Fez on this Moor, all right? But we know better than that. All right? The Moors were in Brazil, free. Right? The Moors were also kings of the Orient. This has nothing to do with Africa right now. All right? This has a lot to do with America, or shall I say India. All right, come on. Listen, this right here is the University of Bristol's Department of Historical Studies, all right? This is This is all about Mesoamerica, okay? Now, what they're saying is the Spanish had a tendency to compare the Moors to the Indians. Matter of fact, it says that they treated them as the same race. All right, let's take a step back. All right, we all discombobulated, right? We all disoriented. That means, for me. Hey, y'all remember, check out the video, all right? But this is a big deal right here. Florida is also part of the West Indies, right? All the way up into Virginia. Y'all see right here. You don't believe?
Uti, Udal down here, Africa.
Shot City shit, man.
Uti, Udal down here, Africa.
The bullshit.
Bonjour, bonsoir. Sous c'est haïtien ou sous tag99.com côté n'a pas ciblé pour liberté, Jean la.
Darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
No excuses. That's just the way it is. There's no excuses. There's no mercy for you. I will not have no mercy for you. So you better hope and pray to God that I never get empowered, because I will have no mercy for nobody on this world. None. I'm telling you, I'd say that with a straight face, with conviction. I don't care. I don't care about this money. I don't care about this freaking country, none of these places. I don't care about none of this colonization system, names, misnomers. I don't care about none of this stuff. You better pray to God I never get power, because it's over for you people.
But native peoples are involved in capture.
Listen, man.
Yeah, Mary jeans with the J's, feel like Mike in his prime. Ray bands on my eyes, hell nah, I ain't blind. Same brown on my feet, all the steps should be a crime. Bad chick from the A, like the booster wanna dime. All eyes on me when I walk in the spot. Bad chick in my section, tryna milli rock. Don't dance no more, I just bop with the Glock. 2-step, one time, pop a addy, now I'm fried. Smacked on my mind, told mommy I don't love her, I just want her cause she fine. And even though she got a man, I hit her cause she mine. Yeah, I hit it cause she mine. Smoke a half in a minute. Remember Nicks and Dimes. Feel like Future, nigga. In a spaceship. Ballin' like a Laker. Pockets full of guacamole. I'm a beast from the jungle. All my losses made me hungry. Heard he was a big dog, treated him like a puppy. Used to trap it in the rug with him. Yeah. All eyes on me when I walk in the spot. Bad girls in my section. Tryna milli rock, I don't damn. Yeah. Mary jeans with the J's, feel like Mike in his prime. Ray bands on my eyes, hell nah, I ain't blind. Same brown on my feet, all the steps should be a crime. Bad chick from the A, like the booster wanna dime. All eyes on me when I walk in the spot. Bad chick in my section, tryna milli rock. Don't dance no more, I just bop with the Glock. 2-step, one time, pop a addy, now I'm fried. Smacked on my mind, told mommy I don't love her, I just want her cause she fine. And even
West Indian people got the best food. Hey,
yo, man, I hate what
Stop calling we Caribbeans. Last time I checked on the map, there's only one Caribbean region. So I don't know I want to get this blood clot thing from. But
I'm not black.
You're black?
I'm not.
Wait, it gets better. Wait, buddy, it gets better. It gets better. How are you?
I'm Guyanese.
She's Guyanese. Wait till she finds out.
Y'all West Indians, humble yourself, because y'all think y'all so lit. Y'all swear y'all so lit, when the only thing y'all ever gave us was Oxtail and Nicki Minaj. Like, let's be clear. The only thing y'all ever gave us was Oxtail.
Zaga, zaga, zaga. The Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands. Who was the Virgin of the Caribbean Sea? Who are the people call themselves West Indian? Look at how my brothers and sisters dress up from the islands during Carnival. Tribal. They could wear anything, but why do they dress like this? These are the people of the Virgin that live in the Caribbean Sea. It is time to revive the tribe.
Check this out, y'all. This is a map from 1669. As you can see up here, Virginia and Florida, right? Let's see what kind of map this is. This is the map of the West Indies. Let me zoom in for you. So as y'all can see, Florida and Virginia was a part of the West Indies. We are all, majority of us are West Indian. We got Chesapeake Bay, that says our Powhatan, and we got Port-au-Prince of Haiti. We got Puerto Rico. I'm assuming that's Turks and Caicos. And we got the Yucatan. Now, I'm about to show y'all, like I said, we didn't come from no Africa. We were here, and we were Indians of the West, as you can see, and we call it that today, to this day, West Indies. First of all, shout out to Monty Muse, because he dropped this book in his last video, but this book proved my point in this video. Negro and the Negroid in the New World. The following is an approximately correct summary of the numbers and distribution of the Negroes and Negroids in the New World at the close of 1909. I don't see no African countries. What they're saying is they took us from down here and put us up here in the New World, United States. We did not all come from Africa. Peace and love, guys. Check this out, y'all. This is a map from 1669. As you can see up here, Virginia and Florida, right? Let's see what kind of map this is. This is the map of the West Indies. Let me zoom in for you. So as y'all can see, Florida and Virginia was a part of the West Indies. We are all, majority of us are West Indian. We got Chesapeake Bay, that says our Powhatan, and we got Port-au-Prince of Haiti. We got Puerto Rico. I'm assuming that's Turks and Caicos. And we got the Yucatan. Now, I'm about to show y'all, like I said, we didn't come from no Africa. We were here, and we were Indians of the West, as you can see, and we call it that today, to this day, West Indies. First of all, shout out to Monty Muse, because he dropped this book in his last video, but beat.
You really want to bring it right back. And if you're there, you couldn't even sign up. Must fulfill my promise. Girl, look at the body of a goddess. Says she obsessed with the baddest. Girl, you pussy tight, don't addict. You got the ride on the bike back, don't panic, yeah.
So y'all wasn't gonna tell me that Simone Biles is one of us? You wasn't gonna tell me she's one of us? So she was a Caribbean woman, good morning to you. Now she...
Yo.
We couldn't eat in the restaurants. We couldn't eat downtown. One day I saw two African because I'm black, because they're so black that they'll blue with everybody else.
For the Gary Cooper killing all the Indians, recruiting Cooper. Then the Indians, for you, they come as a great shock to the South and the country, which is your birthplace.
When they thought I was there collecting information on their activity, I was just getting a census. So this girl made up a big old deal because I said, because they were teenagers, yes, I did not want to get them deported. It was a BB gun. So every door I went to, the kids had a gun, even the 2-year-olds, the GUN. So they looked like toys, but they looked real.
Everybody got something to say about Houston STD rates. Ain't none of y'all gonna sit here and talk about the 2 dead motherfuckers that sat there and told y'all to take the shot after them motherfuckers came on CNN and said, we mixed the shot with HIV, HSV, motherfucking syphilis, all monkeypox, all kind of shit. But y'all listen to Sheila Jackson Lee, dead ass, and Ted Turner, whatever the fuck, Sylvester Turner, bitch ass, dead ass. What the fuck Dr. Fauci at? All the black people need to take the vaccine first. What Lena Hidalgo at, huh? Lena Hidalgo was at Reliant giving you bitches $100 to shove that experimental shit y'all on. Tuskegee experiment ass niggas. It's 28,000 HIV cases. They vaccinated over 2 million people in Houston. We got 8 million. I ain't take that shit. I've been fucking like a freed slave since I got out of jail. Fuck are you talking about? Dick clean. Y'all niggas run around fucking these punks. Then y'all run around fucking these girls. Then y'all run around backdoor fucking these trannies. Then y'all burning about backdoor fucking these them he, she, days, that's, and what's and thises. Y'all fucking out motherfuckers that identify as some shit they don't even know what the fuck. Talking about 60 fucking genders and all this bitch ass shit. But y'all talking about, I got HIV, but you rub and shove McDonald's in your fucking stomach every day. You shove a pound of fucking sugary ass Kool-Aid in your mouth every day. But worried about some HIV and STDs, you gonna get that shit.
It's been a long...
The whole world belongs to black people.
Don't you believe that the black and white can live side by side in harmony?
If I said yes, that don't make it right because they can't. I was in Milwaukee just meddling the other day. Didn't nobody see me. And I saw white people, white babies, white girls, and they just was jeering and they hate and they just evil as they can be, coming to kill and shoot and throw bricks at Negroes.
You're talking...
And this is as a whole.
But you're talking in particular when you must talk in general.
Why is it you don't... Your whole conversation now is to keep Negroes with you. Why you don't want us to leave you?
Because my estimation, Negro people are every bit as good as white people.
As good as white,
right? They're all the same. They're all God's people.
We're not the same. We're not all God's people. Because if whites was God's people, they wouldn't treat us like that.
Hey, Cassius, you're talking.
I'm not Cassius. You still...
What the fuck is going on? They in real life shooting at these people.
We don't have an idea of how we have pummeled.
They shooting at this bitch real bad.
We are completely in the mud. The only time people gonna wake up is when shit hits the fan.
And because we're the only people that hate each other, we're the only people right for this fucking task to get the fuck out of here. Everything that we say is wrong with us is good. We don't like each other. Let's deal with that. Why don't we like each other? Because we've been on the planet as humans about 13 million years. So we're tired of being human. And now it's to go to the next paradigm. If we don't supposed to be here, if a caterpillar not supposed to go into a cocoon to become a damn caterpillar, but supposed to become a butterfly, then the caterpillar has to hate the goddamn caterpillar. Because it don't supposed to be a caterpillar anymore, it's supposed to be a butterfly.
Oh, shit, they right. Oh, my God. Wait, bitch. They shooting
thinking about leaving to go someplace else, I say no matter where you go, there you are. It don't matter where.
Well, I got a lot of questions, but I'm gonna just try to sum it down to one or two. Do you know who Walter Plecker is?
I don't. Oh, no, not really.
You need to do a very intense research because you're walking in his shoes, and he's the one who.
So, because I got a job.
Hold on, let me get. No, I ain't saying because you got a job. Let me get finished. The classifications of our people is not a game. It's nothing to be played with, and I don't care who you is. If you helping any type of descendants of the people who helped colonize, I don't care how they is or what type of toys they got. It's fucking wrong. The motherfuckers need to go the fuck home. On top of that, our country is being... Hold on, ma'am. Let me get finished. Hold on, ma'am. Please, let me finish. You don't even know. Hold on, ma'am. You work for the Census Bureau. Hold on. I'll let you finish.
Properly identified, and they could have been American.
Step up. Listen. Both of y'all. You're not playing fair. Now, nobody cut you off, and I made sure nobody cut you off. Even when he was about to cut you off, Rashad, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, because, see, I'm trying to get down to the bottom. I really don't even know what's going on, but I'm listening to y'all. All I'm saying is this, the actions, like anytime you can't let other people finish, that's a bad look on you, whether you're telling the truth or not, because it makes you look like you're trying to hide something. If you just was speaking and he was about to cut you off, Rashad stopped him for you. He was like, "No, let her finish," right? So you can give others the same respect. That's all I'm saying. The man is talking.
You gotta be respectful and not call me somebody I don't even know who you're talking about.
Step up. I got you, but we have to be fair. You just sit up here and call Rashad a whole African because he didn't agree with whatever you got going on.
Comprehend what I'm saying, yeah.
So what was that? Was there respect? What you call it?
There's something he's not comprehending. He's thinking I'm down with
it. Doesn't listen. Step up. Listen. This all I'm telling you. This all I'm telling you. It doesn't matter how you felt. You called him a whole African in front of everybody, and you know he ain't got nothing to do with Africa. So what do you call that?
Accurate.
All right. Go ahead and finish your. It's all right. It's cool. I got you. Just chill. Solo, do your thing, and then we gonna let.
If he disrespects you, you wouldn't like that.
He did disrespect me. I said his comprehension is like an African, because I don't know where he got that I was down with this dude, Just Gray, when I said he was wrong like 5 times now. So that's on him. You call him.
Still don't make him an African. He didn't call you out of your name.
The comprehension.
It's just a different. If you're saying it's his comprehension, that comprehension has to do with him. What you are talking about him.
The actual same time.
Yeah. So you know, I don't want him to call you out your name. So we're gonna be fair.
I just want to make one thing clear. My issue had nothing to do with the Just Greg thing. I said I didn't want to hear that, but I never said you were down with him. I just don't want to hear anything you got to say about him. Now, when it comes to my comprehension, I comprehended everything correctly. So everything that I said to these 140, 50 people that were in here, the reason I let you speak and I didn't say anything is because I knew that in your defense of yourself, you were going to have to tell the truth. And everybody in the comments were like, well, Rashad was right. So my comprehension skills must be supreme because everybody seems to agree with exactly what I said. I didn't have to cut you off because I have great comprehension skills. And I knew what was going to happen the more you spoke. That's why I kept telling Solo, let her finish, because she's just going to prove me right? I didn't disrespect you in any way whatsoever. And I made it clear when I was stopping you that I'm a respectful person, and I told CEO, you can take my mod powers if you feel like I'm being disrespectful, because that's not the kind of person
No, I'm good. So I don't care if all y'all calling me an agent, but I am going to work for the census again this year, and if you think that's being an agent,
girl, you an
so
agent.
be it. I'm cool with that. But
you see what I'm saying? Now, let's most Indians, right? When we go back to we'll say 1600s, when they want to say pre-tribes. Okay, well, religions come in the 1600s. Religion. So any Indian to pop up with a cross is a straight crusader. Any Indian practicing voodoo, they African. That's not soul. Like, this is common sense, right? That's African voodoo. Indians, sorcery. How you gonna be the light but do voodoo? How y'all gonna be the light beings but do voodoo at the same time? It's not gonna work, people. It's not gonna work, people. What you got up there?
While you had the Royal African Company flag up, I want to put her up because she got the Royal African Company sign on her head, which is a cross, which is the order. They're under the order of George, right? So everything she got on is Hebrewic. So I'm trying to figure out if they spiritual. How is they a Hebrew? Because a Hebrew is a religion. They got Judaism and shit like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it can't be the people, because the people don't tie themselves to no types of religions at all.
Correct. Look at that, y'all. Oh, wouldn't that be 21 Savage? Wouldn't that be 21 Savage? Shout out to everybody tuning in, tap the screen, showing love and support. Respect, right? Wouldn't that be like 21 Savage, right?
Yeah, that would be definitely 21 Savage, because he also have the cross on his head too. So he's definitely under the order of St. George as well. So he's a Breton Indian, if you want to keep it all smooth and stuff. You know what I mean?
Correct. Now, those Britons, you see, those Britons she's speaking on, well, when we kicked them out of London and all of that, they finna go to Liberia. That's why we built Liberia for them. So let's tap the screen. Let's boost the live algorithm. So I know we got anybody but everybody's in here, right? Because in school they don't teach you we went and built Liberia, gave them independence. We already know that. You ain't got to say that, right? So we here to talk facts. We ain't here to do nothing else. Now, I can't be African when I predate the word Africa. Colonization, New English. Africa, I-O-U.
I see you when
right?
you walk
I
by.
predate I in Africa. I cannot be.
Nothing different. It's just kind of. I sang last night, which was nice.
I
tried to get home early, and I did, but I don't know. I'm just still tired. Yeah.
Are you done for today?
No, I got tutoring, and then I got a class at like 12:10. Yeah. So, how about you?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm finally catching up.
Okay. Yeah. I could tell. I could tell from you. You were just like straight up overwhelmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it was nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Have a good day.
Remember?
Yeah.
Because V could turn into the U. I was reading like old maps and stuff like that, and like when I was researching Louisiana at a certain time period, it turned into a V, and then in a certain time period, it turned into a U. You know what I mean? So it has to be the V too, because a lot of stuff with the V been turning into U's. I've been seeing in certain documentations I've been reading, so it has to be V too.
Now. Correct. Now, wouldn't them West Indians be who? Them African dissenters? So sub-Saharan West Africans, right? They would be the El Moros, the Els, the Days, the Bays, the Alis, and all that, right? The copper-colored Muslims and Muslims and them, the Christians and Hebrews, right? The Crusaders, right? Indian got a cross on. What he doing? Crusading. Right? So that would be the West Indians, right? The Mississippi Choctaw Band. That would be the Mississippi Choctaw Band. The Mexicans. Spain. 1600s. The copper-colored Indian. Gun Rising. Gun Rising. Go ahead, there you go.
All right, so you breaking down the Muslim, and I just want to tie it into the Delaware, the Algonquin, right? And if you go all the way down to the bottom, it's going to say that the descendants of the Muslim visitors of North America were the members of the present Iroquois, Algonquin, Anasazi, I can't pronounce that one, and Olmec Native people. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying that these people are visitors to the land, and they're not the indigenous people of the land. They just visiting because they're spreading some type of religion because of Muslim. You know what I mean? So they tie themselves all the way back to Muslim, was turned into Muslim. Okay?
Let's tap the screen, please, and thank you. Let's share the live. It is an open panel for all your reflections to come up. You're all welcome to come up, but please, let's tap that screen, share that live, please, and thank you.
In the crop that you need because you ain't learned that particular soil yet.
You know what's crazy? You said that because even it's funny how like the cassava came to Nigeria in the late 1500s. They didn't learn how to cultivate it into the 1900s. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. And we've been cultivating that.
That's a good point, my brother. We've been over here cultivating this land because it's ours.
Exactly. And then
I think about this also. My mama was all the inventions that was being made at that time, all throughout history. If they would stay, how the fuck was we inventing all this electrical shit? I was inventing all this household items and grievous.
Right. And the crazy part is
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.